Hello, this is William Bowman, and I'm making this video for Miss Brenda, Erica, and Mr. Price. Thank you so much for allowing me to record this video. I want to explain exactly what I found on your website and show you what to change in order to get better results digitally. So in order to do that, I want to explain some things so that you will have an understanding of how to implement the changes and be able to tell when those changes are actually working. Because honestly, the results are what we're after here, right? So I'll be covering the volume of clients looking for your services in your specific area, what your top online competitor is doing to win that volume currently, and things you can do this exact moment on your site to start winning those clients in the future. So looking through your site, I love the way that your site is put together. I like the design. I like the pictures. I like that you have multiple pages. The only thing that I might mention is content. You should probably aim for about 1,000 to 1,500 words of content on any page that you want to rank. And there's a specific reason for that, right? So the reason is because you want to be able to sprinkle in what are called keywords, and you want to repeat those keywords 5 or 6 times. That way Google knows to rank you for them. So when we're looking at keywords, what are keywords, right? So keywords are simply just what you would put into Google in order to find your services. So tree service, Arlington, Texas. And I will cover the actual volume behind this keyword because you don't want to just put any keywords, right? You want keywords that have volume. That means the people in your area are actually using those terms to find your services. So let's go ahead and look through what happens when we type in tree service Arlington, Texas. So the first thing you're going to notice is ads. I'm glad to see that you guys aren't up here paying for these ads. Unfortunately, a lot of people don't like the word ad. They know that these are ads and they skip right past them. There is ways to do this correctly, and with the different types of advertising with Google, you can get some good clientele through here through lead generation. Paying for the pay-per-click. I've just noticed that people get a lot more bang for their buck by actually ranking their site. But let's go and look down at the next area. So this is called the GMB, or Google My Business. It's the Google Map Pack. So this Google Map Pack, in order to be here, you just need to go to GMB, or Google My Business, and you set up a application. Basically, you show them the name of your company, your location, and your address, and the link to your website. And this is actually, if you don't have this set up, I do recommend going out and getting this set up. This can bring you quite a bit of volume because people do utilize companies that are near them geographically. But I want to get into, this is called the organic section. And a lot of people will come to this area to find services. And a lot of them don't want to see another list. They type this in, they're already getting a list. They know that if they come here, it's going to be another list. They know if they come here, it's going to be another list. So a lot of them will actually go to the top competitor, and I'll show you the amount of volume that are actually clicking on this one because I know it seems kind of weird that they would skip all of this. But let's go to treemasterstreeservice.com and we'll pull up their website. Now, I don't want to spend too much time on their site. I want to show you what's underneath their site. So I want to get under the hood with their site and your site and compare them underneath the hood. That way you can see exactly what you can change in order to start getting some of the volume they're getting. So one thing I do want to note is the fact that they do have a little bit of content. They don't have the recommended amount, but it's looking like they probably have, about 500 words. And they do have multiple different service areas as well that each have probably about 200 words, it looks like. So then let me go and look under the hood. And when we look under the hood for them, we're seeing that they get about 380 people per month that are coming to their site. So they're doing something right. So let's analyze what they're doing and analyze what you're doing and see where we can make some changes. So when we're looking at UR is your URL rating. This is on a scale of 0 to 100, both of these. And both of these combined will affect kind of where you sit on the Google search results whenever a keyword is entered. So you want these numbers to be as high as possible. The URL rating of 9 for this keyword, for them to be down here, I can understand why Angie's and Yelp and HomeAdvisor are beating them now that I see the UR is only 9. It's actually typically very easy to beat HomeAdvisor, Angie's, and Yelp because Google wants local businesses to be able to rank. So I can understand why they're not beating those 3 services. I usually see for an area like Arlington, maybe more of a UR like 15 or 20, that's able to rank top spot. Now, when we talk about DR, this is the domain rating. This is like reputation slash, power of the site. So how much reputation it has to throw around. And this domain rating of 17, that's actually a pretty good number. Typically for an area like Arlington, for a different industry or service, I would usually see anywhere between 20 and 30, but 17, that they are on a good start to building up that DR. But how do you build these two? And one of the best ways to build those two is through the usage of backlinks. But what exactly is a backlink, right? A backlink is if I were to write like a blog post and then I were to say, hey, Price Right, Professional Landscaping and Tree Service, they are the best in town. Go and use them. And then I put a link to your site. That is an example of a backlink. So it looks like they have 5 different sites sending them a total of 20 backlinks. And I do want to emphasize here quality over quantity. I have seen, 5, 10 backlinks that are well made beat 1,000 poorly made backlinks. But let's see what they're actually ranking for. So what keywords and what volume are we talking about? So arborists near me, 3,700 people on average search for this every single month, and they're ranked 4 for that. So they're probably getting quite some volume from that. Tree removal services, 3,910, ranked position 10. I do want to note here, these 2 search words are national. So if somebody in Illinois is searching them and they find them in position 4, there isn't always going to bring in a actual sale, right? Unless if they have a location near them wherever they searched. So I typically like to emphasize for my clients to do buyer intent keywords based on the location that they want to serve. So Arlington, Texas Tree Service, that is a buyer intent for your area. If somebody searches this and they find you, that they're likely to purchase your services and that you can actually serve them. So they do have some in Arlington that are ranked pretty well, 5, 3, 4, 6, 6. These volumes, they start to add up. And we can start seeing, why they're getting a good amount of volume coming into their site. But let's look at your site and compare the two. So here we see a UR of 23 and a DR of 7. So it looks like, your UR is sitting right where it needs to be. It could go up to maybe 30. Your DR needs a little bit of work. What that entails is actually getting quality backlinks. Remember when I was telling you, it's important to do quantity over quality over quantity? Well, this is a prime example. They have 20 backlinks and you have 361, and yet they're ranked number 1. But let's go and look and see what organic keywords you guys have. So Tree Service, Arlington, Texas. Let's look for that, since that's, boom, here we go. So you're ranked number 20 for that. They are ranked, Tree Service, Arlington, Texas, number 6, and they went up 2 recently. Looks like you went down 8 recently. So this is just a prime example of quality over quantity. I would recommend looking at your site. Right now you're getting about 24 people a month coming to your site. So the easiest thing to do would be to build quality backlinks. So don't spend so much time building so many backlinks. I noticed that historically you had over 1,000. Build the quality backlinks and you should see this DR rise because when you build a quality backlink, it doesn't have this no follow tag, which means this site will actually share some of the DR. So you have to find those quality backlinks that are actually sharing DR through not having this no follow link. I know that's a double negative there, but you can make them to where the HTML tag doesn't have a no follow. And it depends on the site, but find those, make those. That's number 1. Number 2, it seems like you have the content that you want to be ranked for up on the page. I would just optimize how it's presented on the page just to make sure that when it's repeated, that it's repeated on the pages that you actually want to rank. That have your other information. That's extremely important. And if it's, hidden in pictures, or if it's hidden on a page that's like hidden from the site, that doesn't work too well anymore. Google caught on to that a couple years ago. So they actually don't like that, and you can actually get pinged for that. So I hope that this information helps. If you don't have the GMB, definitely go and get that set up. That helps your ranking as well. But thank you so much for your time, and I hope you have a great day. Goodbye.